What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to another FPL video. Today we are going to be talking about the top 5 picks for game week 33 for the FPL season 2020-2021. My name is Mo and this is my YouTube channel, FPL INKLING. How is everyone? What's going on? How is this stagnated game week 32 going for you guys? Honestly, it feels like there's a game every day. I love it. 11 days back-to-back Premier League football. What more do we need? Just the only one little dampener was the European Super League, but I'm glad that we're hopefully getting back to normality and a few more clubs will pull out, including my own club, Manchester United, who will follow suit for City and Chelsea. But anyway, let's move away from the dull stuff and let's talk about what's coming up for this game week ahead. Done the video already for the captain's pick, but this is going to be the top 5 picks for me for this game week 33. How is everyone? What's going on? And before we begin, just want to give you guys a friendly reminder. If you guys haven't subscribed to my channel so far, I've got over the 200 mark. Hit that subscribe button and get me to the 500 subscribers to win the bet for the PS5 by the end of the season. Also, if you like the content that I'm delivering and you like my haircut, hit the like button. And also, if you want to get the latest notifications for my content of when it is released and when it's available for you to watch, please hit the notification icon bell. Now let's get started. The fixtures are on the left of the screen. So the fixtures, kind of like you'll finish on Thursday night with the Leicester game against West Brom, and then Friday will be Arsenal versus Everton. So please be aware that the deadline for this game week is going to be the 23rd of April, this Friday, 2021 at 6:30. So make sure you get your decisions in beforehand. One thing I just want to let you guys know is please avoid making any players captain or vice captain from City or Spurs. If you do have like an alternative team who's playing as a captain, then you're safe. If you have players from the similar teams, from them two or one from each team, then it's going to be very difficult for you to get a good game week score because you won't have that captaincy option. So please be careful, get those locked in. I know that I've said that in my previous captaincy video, but if you haven't watched that one, I'm just going to remind you to that one now. So let's get started for my game week top 5 picks. So at number 1, let's bring them up. Let's get the so I've got Iain Azeez at number 1. So Iain Azeez for me at the moment is probably the most informed player in the league at the moment, along with Jesse Lingard. So he's owned by around 16.9% of FPL managers, 6.1 mil, and he's got 70 points. Now the thing about Iain Azeez is he's not just kept this form in the league alone, he's really replicated this in the cup competition for the FA Cup. He scored that goal over the weekend against Southampton, which was the sole goal which got Leicester City to the final of the FA Cup, the first time in many, many years, especially not in my lifetime. So congratulations to Leicester. Iheanacho has been one of the most kind of like pinnacle or like the most kind of like vocal points in terms of great form and getting the goals that are needed when other players have been injured or off form. So, for example, like Maddison, Harvey Barnes and Vardy. I mean, it's really key to remember, if it hasn't been for Iain Azeez recently, I genuinely believe that Leicester would not be in the top 4. Let me show you a few of his stats that you can see here. So look at all these points that are stagnating up here. So we're going to go through the last 5 game weeks. I can show you he's got 2 game weeks where he's gotten, double game week returns. He's got 50 points in the last 5 game weeks. He's averaging 10 points a game, which is double-digit scores. He's got 7 goals and 0 assists. Now, for me, if it wasn't for these 7 goals, with the form that Vardy's been on since the January, February, I generally believe Leicester would not still be in the top 4. I think he's been absolutely influential. He's really driven Leicester, and do you know what? He's given them hope. He's given hope to his career. He didn't really kick off for him at Man City, but you know what? He's in good form right now, and I believe that if you've got players who are in good form, you should really back them. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get him into my squad because I've already got Watkins, Bamford and Harry Kane. But yeah, I mean, Harry Kane, he's injured, but I don't think I want to swap a premium for Iain Azeez. But, if I do get a chance out of the other 2, for some reason, if there's an injury or I feel they lose form, then this guy is someone who I'm definitely looking at. I've sometimes added him into my squad and I haven't pressed the submit or confirm button. That's how good this guy is so far. So he has to be my number 1 choice for the top 5 picks. He was also part of my captaincy choice as well. So if you do pick him or you've got him in your squad, why not put him as your captain? Because they've got Crystal Palace at home. There's no reason why you can't really test the Palace defence to actually kind of score and carry on his scoring form that he has had over the last 5 to 7 game weeks. and any game weeks he's played in the FA Cup as well. So Iain Azeez for me is your number 1 pick for the top 5 picks for game week 33. At number 2, I'm choosing Mason Greenwood. Now, Mason Greenwood's got 36 points in the last 5 game weeks. He's owned by around 2.9% of managers, so he's a great differential. At the moment, there are a lot of people like myself who are debating to have him or Jota, but I think he's been in really good form as well. So if you do have the funds or you need to replace him for a player that's not playing well for you, then Mason Greenwood for sure is someone worth considering. They've got Leeds this weekend who are really expansive. So there's no reason why Greenwood can't kind of like take advantage of the kind of play that Leeds have and really drive home the advantage in terms of getting a return. He's got 82 points, 15 points in the last game week that he played against Burnley. So he's got 5 returns in the last 5 games, 4 goals and 1 assist, and it gives him a grand tally of 36 points. So 2 game weeks where he's got 2 double-digit returns of 15 points and 11 points respectively. He's got Leeds away, followed by Liverpool, Aston Villa, Leicester, Fulham, Wolves. Now, because Martial's injured, I don't think there's much of a risk of rotation with him. He will get game time. Yes, there's Europa League as well, but why not? For 7 mil, I think he's finally getting back into a bit of form. And United need young, powerful talent like him to really break through and make a statement. I think generally United are playing well. And it's an away game, so you know how United have been really well on the road for the last, since February. So let's see how they play along. So for me, number 2, it is going to be Mason Greenwood. At number 3, I've picked the golden boot for the season. I mean, like the golden current boot in terms of form-wise. Jesse Lingard, owned by a mammoth 30% of managers. He's gone up from about 3-4% ownership to 30% in a couple of game weeks. Shows you how good form he's in. Now, even without Antonio, he got a goal last week. He's priced at 6.6 mil. 89 points, and he got 7 points in the last game week. So let me give you a breakdown of how he's done. He's got 8 returns in the last 5 games with 6 goals and 2 assists. He's got 3 game weeks back-to-back with double game week returns. And he's got 50 points, which is just joint highest with Iain Azeez in this game week time. He's been absolutely phenomenal. He's really trying to make a statement for a call-up for England. And they've got some really good fixtures coming up as well. There's a lot of green here. They've got Chelsea, I think, which will be a really good game. Burnley, Everton, Brighton, followed by West Brom and Southampton. So for me, he's in really good form. Without Antonio, he's going to probably be on the penalty spot as well. And I think he likes to get, West Ham going in terms of the break and really drive them in terms of goal scoring. So he's going to be my number 3rd choice of my top 5 picks. And number 4, it's going to be Cavani. Now, Cavani is an absolute machine in terms of goal scoring. He likes to get in positions to save United from set pieces as well. Again, he's a differential differential option for you. 78 points this year so far, 7.9 mil in price. And I think he's been in really good form, whether in Europe or in the league itself. Now, he hasn't played 5 out of 5 games, so I'm going to break it down into the last 3 games. He's got 2 returns, 2 goals, and 1 assist. And in regards to points-wise, he's got 18 points in the last 3 game weeks. Fixtures, again, the same as what we discussed already. I think, with Cavani is that, he's got that great movement and, the kind of cohesion that he has with his teammates. He really wants to make a point. Is he going to sign on to stay on for another year or not? I'm not too sure. But generally, in terms of the Cavani's movement, he really drags away the defenders. So it kind of gives some room to people like Greenwood, Bruno Fernandes, Luke Shaw, Paul Pogba, McTominay, Fred when he's playing. So he really drives kind of like the force up front for United. He's got a really good presence in the air. And he's always got that, I can do it attitude, so which is really good in terms of a player that you want in your FPL team. So that's why I've included him in it. This is the first time I brought him into any video, Edison Cavani, because I think this is the best form he's been in this season for me. And I think he can really drive home that advantage. With Martial's injury, he will be more... It'll be more on the pitch in terms of minute-wise. So, yeah, this is why I've chosen him in terms of top 5 picks. So Cavani is in my squad. And at number 5, last but not least, I got Marcus Rashford. Now, I don't know if you guys have watched the game against Burnley, but for me, that was one of the best games I saw Marcus Rashford playing. He was phenomenal. Nutmegs, forward runs, step overs, you name it, he had the whole package. Now, he's got 9% ownership. So for me, he's not really owned by much in terms of, like a high ownership. So it's a really good differential option. He's got leads, so he's going to be, on the flank. He's going to be pushing, taking on their wing backs. He's going to get into positions where he might get into really good positions to set up a goal, score a goal, might even get clipped in the penalty box for a penalty or a free kick, which may result in a goal for an assist. So Rashford is really, someone who's kind of caught my eye, and I'm really tempted to keep him in my squad. Maybe I might get him in my squad. I might get him in and keep him until the end of the season. But I really want to see how he does this game week. So at the moment, I'm still 50-50 whether I want to get him in or not. But he's definitely in my top 5 picks. 157 points this year, 7 points last game week, 9% ownership. Let's go through his breakdown. He's got 3 returns, 2 goals, and an assist in the last. 2 assists and 1 goal in the last 5 game weeks, with a 25-point game return. So this year he's got 157 points. So you can see his points are, slowly but surely going up year on year. He's got 10 goals and 10 assists. Last year he got 25 returns. He's got 20 already. So he's probably going to get around the same mark again. So yeah, he's done pretty well in that regards, and generally looking at his fixtures against for United, the same fixtures that we discussed already. I think he's probably the first player on the team sheet for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, so that's why I've got him in my team. There's 3 out of 5 top picks I've got is United because they're playing Leeds, who are very expensive. They'll be kind of like in good form at the moment. They want to make a point off this whole European Super League point as well, and that's why I've really gone for them. There's no City or Tottenham players, as I mentioned again, because of the League Cup final. Please do not put any of those players in. If you do have them, like me, put them on the bench. And make sure you do not captain or vice captain them. So this is my top 5 picks video, and let me know how I've done. So hit the like icon if you like the video, subscribe to the channel to get me to the 500 subscribers mark. Also, hit the notification icon if you would like to get the latest notifications of my content that I release on my channel. Now, if you'd like to contact me and get some information around any team decisions or any information around the FPL game itself, my social media contact is below the YouTube channel. Obviously, you can leave me comments on here. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. You've got my Twitter page and you've got my Instagram page down below as well. And why not join the FPL League, the FPL INKLING League on FPL, the most competitive league on the game itself. So the code's on the bottom left. Join us. The league is growing week in, week out. So join the family and let's make it a success, guys, because we're here now and we're here to stay. So remember, the deadline is the 23rd, which is this Friday at 6:30 before the Arsenal versus Everton game. Make your transfers, choose wisely, and make sure you hit the right captaincy options because you don't want to go through this game week without having a captain from either, or selecting a captain from Man City or Tottenham, which will destroy your game week plans itself. Have a lovely game week, and I will see you guys soon.